I want to build the progress matrix. I have the list of activities and I want to show the planned percentage as per early distribution, planned percentage as per late distribution, actual percentage, and the variance. I want to do also the necessary formatting. I want to make it also responsive to my data date. So let's do that. It's actually a table. This visualization is a table. It's a table. Yeah, so it's a table and I added all the columns on top of each other. I want to show here, I choose level 4 in my activity code. I want to choose the description itself. You can have any level if you want, but I feel that a level 4 gives you more insights and more deeper analysis, but you can change that if you want. You can also filter that. Like for example, I want to have the concrete one, but you're going to have level 4 for the concrete filter, or maybe a specific zone, but so you got the idea. So which one I want to show? I want to have the most detailed level in my activity codes, but it can always change based on my selection if I want. I want to also add the cumulative planned percentage as per early distribution. This is also for cost. I want to do it for late. I want to also show the actual percentage. Actual percentage. I want to also show the variance. So right now I don't have any filters. So Power BI will go to all cumulative planned cost early and sum everything. They sum all the percentages. But of course, it's not right. I have to add a data date filter to see the status on a specific data date. And to refresh your knowledge, this percentage is the cumulative cost on up to each data date from Primavera divided by the data cost. So I can get the percentage. And the actual percentage is the cumulative earned value cost from my updates query, the one I copy and paste from Primavera, divided by the budgeted cost. So I have to add a filter, data date. I can create a new filter from scratch, or because I have already prepared it and formatted it, I'm gonna take a copy. I'm gonna paste it here, Control V. It will ask you, do you wanna sync that filter? I will choose do not sync. If you choose sync, it means that if you are doing some analysis here, for example, you are working on a specific data date, and if you go to this page, the same date will be filtered. So it's going to be a mirror of the original filter. I personally don't do that. I don't have that limitation. I want to be more flexible in my analysis. I'm going to sort by the planned percentage. Then maybe here it's working properly. So I can go to annotated of my choice and they see the exact figures for all activities on a project level. So this slab shutter is the all slab shutter for the whole project. Later on, I'm gonna add further filters to filter down a specific zone or category of work. But right now, it's on a project level. I wanna format it a little bit. I wanna have a conditional formatting to tell me if the project is in delay or ahead. I'm gonna go to the format visualization. Go to values. I have right now the percentages. I want to do some formatting. I want to choose. Because that's actually what I'm talking about. Because they have newest releases, recently changed that the location where we can format the code. Here. Under specific column or cell elements. Okay. So I'll go to cell elements. And I wanna do the formatting here. I wanna the conditional formatting to appear here as a background for the activity. So if the activity is in delay, I want that activity to be highlighted. So I wanna apply settings to this field, type of work, level 4. I wanna the conditional formatting to apply for the background color. On. I wanna choose values and totals as well. So the total is highlighted as well. And I want to make it based on the variance percentage. If the variance is negative, the activity will be highlighted in red. So I'm going to choose the variance percentage. You can make your formatting against any field of your choice. They also make it easier. They want to filter first the fields in your chosen visualization for easy reference. But if not, you can choose any field of your choice. I'm going to choose the variance percentage. Number. If you, I know it's a percentage, right? The variance is percentage. But for some reason, if you choose percentage and configure that in terms of percentage, it will not work. So you have to convert it to a number for some reason. If the variance is greater than 0 and less than, if it's greater than, so let's do the negative first. So if it's greater than negative, I have to put a limit, right? And less than 0, it's a negative. We are in the negative part right now. It's gonna be red. I'm gonna add a new rule. If it's greater than 0 and less than positive 1000, it's gonna be green. And I did not choose or equal 0 because I want to keep the 0 neutral. I do not want the 0 to be highlighted here. I want to keep it neutral. You can apply the formatting for it, but in this case, I want to only highlight the activities that are either ahead or behind this category. For the 0%, I will keep it neutral. Click OK. It's the variance percentage. Less than 0. I will have to put here the it's greater than 0, for example. Okay. So now the formatting is done. I can choose to sort the data in any way by cumulative percentage. I want to sort it by cumulative late or even by actual if I want, or by variance, ascending or descending. It's really up to me. I prefer to sort it by planned percentage. Let's see if the data date is working. Okay, perfect. I want also something to assist me in estimating the significance of the planned values. Let's go to cell elements. What else we need to highlight? I want to also highlight the variance percentage code. So let's do the same formatting for the variance percentage code. So elements, I want to choose the variance percentage. Yes, enable the font color, not the background. I want only highlight them. And I'm gonna choose the font color. Choose rows, values and totals. Yes, I want to make it based on variance percentage, and the same formatting will apply. If it's greater than, I want to change that to numbers, but I can't, right? It's disabled. If I want to work with percentage, it will not work because I selected values and totals. Why? Because sometimes the total doesn't have the same nature of the data type inside the table. Maybe I have because it's a table, right? Maybe it can have a mix of numbers, percentages, whatever it might be. So the total will not be applied. So that's why when you want to make a conditional formatting for values and totals, sometimes you will have that issue. But there is a workaround. You can go to values only, change that to number, go back and change it to values and totals. Or basically saying Power BI, you know what? The values and the totals have the same data type. If it's greater than negative 1000, less than 0, yes, it's red. If it is greater than 0, less than 1000, make it green. Click OK. Nice. I want to have an icon that also assists me in my analysis. So go to icons, go to the condition formatting, rules apply to values and totals. But maybe you want to change that to number first before I switch to values and totals. I have only 2 rules. Go to values and totals. The icon layout, I want to keep it left of the data. Here maybe. The icon alignment, maybe the middle. And what is the style? I want to have something like that. If it's greater than, I will do that based on variance percentage. If it's greater than negative 1000, less than 0, then I want to have a nice round red circle. Maybe remove this. I want to keep that for the positive. If it's greater than 0 and less than 1000, and I will keep the 0 neutral without any formatting. Click OK.